Welcome back to Blurred Lens Pictures, and we're doing another live reading of The Flower Maker. Excuse me, I need to get a drink real quick. I'm sorry, I went live a little too early. Sorry about that. Anyways, thanks y'all for tuning in, and it's been a few days since the last reading. Appreciate y'all hanging tight and waiting for the next episode. And we got another few pages to get through today. So we're going to jump right into it. So this is The Flower Maker Part 2. And again, I'm Brent Noury, and it's Blurred Lens Pictures. Appreciate y'all tuning into this little series. We've been reading my book. You can find all the other chapters on my channel. Hope you like and subscribe. So we're going to get right into it. So this is The Flower Maker Part 2, Chapter 4, Tablets of Destiny. A knife and fork dragged across a plate, one of many, now in circumference of the artist, as he walked past the bistros. So many dishes to try, especially when hungry. The artist scanned the different plates on display, and the smell of love-soaked food filled his entire being. He had been hungry for a few years now. With food prices so high, you were better off to have takeout anyways. And with his cigarettes and alcohol and rent and the many expenditures involved in living in America, food was getting more difficult to store. It had been maybe a year at about 1,000 calories a day, and he thought something might be wrong. He would occasionally get sick from eating after a long fasting. He was devising cheap ways to eat that still felt healthy enough. He loved to cook, but it was the buying and cleaning part that sucked. Years ago, he'd thought of a restaurant that specialized in all sorts of traditional ethnic favorites, and people had thought the idea mad. But now it was all the rage. He could weave a web of writing with any charlatan, he thought. He could cast a net out and collect history such as a statue from ancient Sumer. Man had tried to destroy things from history such as Lagash, but somehow, through the weirdness of things, and opposites, and laws of attraction, and all that, a thing had emerged in the study of Lagash, and early revolutionary ideas from Ura, excuse me, and early revolutionary ideas from Urakagina, an early reformer of so-called leftist ideas, and another, the Gudya, with his projects of building. It was not unnatural for a man dressed as a fish in full fish garb to be the procurer of rituals to the gods, and the king would carry a pail of clay to be formed into a brick, as the first stone of a new temple of worship was now worthy of being erected. And all along there was Anzu, with his wings and lion's head, turned to a heel with new faiths, once a delver of faiths from the god Enlil, now described a demon from the mountain. Supposedly he had stolen the tablet of destinies. Some plates clattered, and the artist looked towards the sound. How strange, he thought. One of those things again. But the plates kept him on the tablets. No, he told himself, not Moses again, Anzu. He had the power of destiny in his hands, and no man could take the fates away. Until a prince finally took up the task and went into the mountains for the tablet. But the prince was advised to tire the lion bird out with a frenzy of attacks until a wing was vulnerable, and to hack it off of Anzu. With destiny in hand, Anzu could repair himself or any fate. But the prince was told by the gods to fire an arrow precisely when the wing became detached. And so he did. As Anzu cried for his wings back, they came. So did the feathers of the arrow. And in the mistake of fates, Anzu killed himself with destiny in his hand. Did people become a part of you when you interact with them? Like in that moment of eye contact or conversation, did you suddenly no longer exist and now there were two? Not the same, but of the same, and so together, and therefore one big Parmenides cluster of calcubles. You'd have to think of yourself as quite insignificant, something with the ego being completely set free. But doesn't the shadow still lurk? You can't control that. It makes you kill yourself and blames it on the id or lack of control. There's a monster back there collecting thoughts and memories it finds amusing. It's two buddies trying to bring home the Prince of Denmark. It only shows its true power once tested to the extreme. Psychological worlds collide, and it can be cataclysmic like Andromeda and the Milky Way's future. Worlds forever lost in an instant, but time saw it coming. People take a journey to a foreign in their minds. They've imagined it. It sets us aside from other things, I guess, such as a tree or a beaver. We're not comfortable in our habitat, an adventurous streak to our nature. God's favorite because we act so naughty. He can see the potential in us. But we can't roam forever, and eventually long for a settling down, the place called home you recreate from your own childhood, only better, of course, if you can, for your kids, so they can engage in the same patterned activity of the sapient. Yes, joining gangs while young to set forth and plunder the world's worth, under cheering eyes of mothers who frenzy like Bacchia for lions' heads, and instead receive letters of condolence from operatives of war, revealing the news that lions are men and sons. It's shocking to learn the truth that one's beliefs are but a scattered ash into the south wind. Hey, folks. Thanks everyone for tuning in. That's what we got for today. Short video, only about 8 minutes, but we're back working on the novel and appreciate everyone for tuning in. We got Chunk Squad. Oh, he's asking some not so cool stuff, but whatever, man. People do, they do. Um, I'm not sure if you're asking me out on a date or whatever, but Maxim, hey, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. We got anybody else on here? All right. Well, appreciate everyone for tuning in. We'll see you next time. This is the Flower Maker Part 2 reading series, and um, look for the next live video coming soon. Until next time, thank you.